Level 1, the ghost. You upload your first video at 11:40 p.m. and refresh the analytics before the processing bar finishes. 42 views. 38 of them are you. The voice is synthetic, the face on the thumbnail does not exist, and the channel has no name anyone would remember. You spent 14 hours to make 9 minutes, and the platform hands back a flat gray line. You close the laptop, you open it again 20 minutes later. You are not a creator yet, you are an account. To the system, you are an unverified upload with no watch history, no session data, no reason to be shown to anyone. It gives you a test audience of maybe 200 impressions and measures what happens. Nothing happens. Click-through rate 1.8%. Average view duration 41 seconds out of 9 minutes. The graph looks like a cliff. You do not know why yet. You think it is the voice. It is not the voice. It is that you wrote 9 minutes of information and no reason to keep watching. You are running everything free. A trial voice generator, stock clips pulled from Pexels, a thumbnail made in Canva at 1 a.m. Your total spend is $0 and your total return is $0, which feels fair, until you realize the channel you copied has 900 videos behind it, and you have one. You upload again on Thursday, 61 views. You upload again on Sunday, 29 views. The numbers do not climb, they wander. You start refreshing at work. You start refreshing in bed. Nobody knows you do this. Level 2. The imitator. You stop inventing and start copying. You find 4 channels in your niche doing 300,000 views a video, and you break them apart frame by frame. Hook length, cut rate, where the first loop opens, what the thumbnail promises. You build a swipe file of 60 titles, and you notice the same 6 structures repeating. You copy the structure, not the video. That distinction is the whole level, and most people never find it. They re-upload someone else's script with a different voice, and get a reused content strike. You rewrite the mechanics underneath. Video 14 does 4,100 views. Video 17 does 11,000. Video 19 does 900 and you cannot explain why. That inconsistency is the tax at this level. You have a formula that works sometimes, which feels exactly like a formula that works, right up until it does not. You pay for tools now. 11 labs at $22 a month. A stock license at $29. A thumbnail designer on Fiverr at $18 a piece. You are $140 a month into a channel that has earned nothing, and you are hiding the charges from a partner who has started asking what the laptop is for. Then video 23 hits 190,000 views in 6 days. Your subscriber count goes from 340 to 4,800. You watch the real-time graph move at 2 a.m. and feel something chemical. That video is not better than video 19. You know it is not. You just do not know what made it different yet. Level 3, the monetized. You cross 1,000 subscribers and 4,000 watch hours on a Tuesday in month 7. The application sits in review for 19 days. You check the status page every morning like it is a court date. Approved. Your first full month of revenue is $212. RPM of 3.40. You screenshot it. You do not send it to anyone. Now the numbers change what you look at. You stop caring about views and start caring about which minute people leave. You learn that a video doing 80,000 views on cheap traffic pays less than a video doing 30,000 to viewers in the United States, the United Kingdom, Canada, and Australia. You learn that a 9-minute 40-second video and a 12-minute video are different businesses, because the second one carries 3 ad breaks. You learn what mid-roll placement does to retention when you put one at the wrong moment. Month 9, $890. Month 11, $2,400. The graph is still jagged, but the floor is rising. And a rising floor is the first honest signal you have ever had. You also meet the fear for the first time. A video gets a limited ads icon, yellow $sign. You request review. Nothing. The video that would have paid $700 pays $40. Nobody explains it. The email is generated. There is no person on the other end, and you understand, quietly, that you have built your income on rented land. You start reading the monetization policy the way other people read contracts, slowly, twice, looking for the sentence that will cost you. Level 4, the operator. You stop making videos and start running a line. This is the level where the business appears. You write the process down: idea, title, script, voice, visuals, edit, thumbnail, upload, and each stage has a person or a tool attached to it. You hire a scriptwriter from Upwork at $60 per 2,000 words. You hire an editor in Manila at $45 a video. Your cost per video lands near $130. Your average video earns $640 over its first 90 days. That ratio is the entire business. Everything above this level is just that ratio, repeated. You go from 4 uploads a month to 12. Revenue does not go up 3 times. It goes up about 2.3 times. Because your ceiling is not effort anymore, it is the niche. You learn the words you say into a microphone, determine your RPM more than the hours you work. You are clearing 7,000 to 9,000 a month. You still have the job. You do not quit. Because you have watched 3 channels in your niche flatline for 60 days for no reason anyone could name. Your scriptwriter asks for a raise. You give it to him without arguing, because he is the only part of this machine you cannot replace in a weekend, and you both know it. You also notice something nobody in the comments would believe. The best performing video that month took 4 hours to produce. The worst took 11. Effort and outcome stopped being related somewhere around video 20, and once you see that, you cannot unsee it. Level 5, the publisher. 1 channel becomes 4. You do it because you finally understand that you are not building an audience, you are building a distribution slot, and the slot can be duplicated. Channel 2 is the same format in a different niche. Channel 3 targets the same niche in Spanish. Channel 4 is a test you expect to fail. It fails. You kill it in month 3 after 11 uploads and 12,000 total views, and you feel almost nothing, which is new. You have systems now. A content calendar in Notion. A shared drive with folder structures nobody has to ask about. Voice cloning so every channel has a consistent narrator that does not exist. A team of 9 people across 4 time zones, none of whom have met, most of whom do not know the other channels exist. Combined revenue crosses 31,000 a month. AdSense is now only 60% of it. The rest is a course affiliate deal at 42% commission and 2 direct sponsorships at $4,500 each. Then Channel 2 gets hit. Every video demonetized in one sweep. Reused content. You appeal. You rebuild the visual pipeline from scratch, cut the stock ratio, add original AI-generated footage. 6 weeks later it comes back. You lost $19,000 and learned the actual rule, which is that the platform does not punish AI, it punishes sameness. Level 6, the studio. You quit the job on a Wednesday and nobody at the office understands what you are leaving for, because you cannot explain it without sounding like you are lying. The offer letter you turned down that year is for $145,000, a real title, health insurance, a manager who would have been decent. You read it twice on a Sunday and decline on the Monday, and you do not tell anyone how long you thought about it. You rent 900 square feet above a print shop, 6 desks, 3 of them empty on purpose. You hire a head of content at $78,000 a year, whose entire job is to say no to ideas. You build an internal database of 4,000 titles with their click-through rates attached, and you stop guessing. 11 channels, combined 340 million lifetime views, roughly $96,000 a month across ads, sponsorships, and a digital product that sells for $89 and converts at 1.1% of clicks. You are not making content anymore. You are approving it. You watch rough cuts at 1.5 speed and leave 40-second voice notes. You catch yourself missing the part where it was just you and a laptop at 11:40 p.m., and you also know you would not go back. The industry finds you. Other operators reach out. There are group chats you get added to where people trade RPM data by niche, share which agencies actually pay, and warn each other 48 hours before a policy change hits the blogs. That information is worth more than any tool you have ever bought. You start hearing your own formats coming back at you from channels you have never seen. Level 7, the network. You stop building channels and start buying them. A finance channel with 210,000 subscribers, dying because the owner burned out. You pay $340,000 at roughly 30 times monthly profit. You put your process on it. 8 months later, it does 41,000 a month. That is the trade at this level. You are no longer selling attention, you are buying neglected assets and installing a system into them. You run 26 channels. You employ 34 people. You have a chief operating officer who handles everything you used to handle, and you have a lawyer on retainer who reviews every sponsorship contract because one bad disclosure can drag the whole network into a regulatory problem. The revenue is between $380,000 and $520,000 a month depending on the quarter, and the volatility is the point. December pays double February. You keep 11 months of payroll in cash because you have seen what a single algorithm shift does to a network that spent everything. You do not appear anywhere. No podcasts, no conference stages, no public case studies. Your competitors know a network exists at your scale and cannot name it. That anonymity is not modesty, it is defense. Because the fastest way to get your formats cloned is to explain them. Level 8, the infrastructure. Something shifts. You realize the channels are not the asset, the pipeline is. You license it. 3 media companies pay you between $15,000 and $40,000 a month to run their faceless output, and they never tell their audiences. A talent agency pays you to build back catalog channels for creators who stopped uploading. You are now the invisible layer beneath other people's brands, and your name appears on none of it. You also start selling the boring part. Voice libraries, thumbnail templates, a dashboard that tracks 200 channels of competitor data in near real time. Software revenue is smaller than ad revenue, but it does not care what the algorithm did last Tuesday, and after 7 years of watching graphs move for reasons nobody explains, predictable revenue feels like oxygen. Your accountant sets up a second entity because one of them is now a software company and one of them is not. Your personal take is 8 figures across the last 3 years. You own the building above the print shop now. You bought it partly because it was a good deal, and partly for a reason you will not say out loud. Your family still describes what you do as something with YouTube. You have stopped correcting them. There is no version of the explanation that lands, and the explaining always ends with someone asking if it is a scam. Level 9, the target. You get big enough to be a problem. A journalist emails asking about AI-generated content flooding the platform and names 2 of your channels. You do not reply. The article runs anyway. It is mostly accurate, which is worse. The platform updates its monetization guidance on mass-produced content. The language is vague on purpose. Your compliance costs triple overnight. You pull 14 channels off the schedule for 6 weeks while you rework them, and you eat $220,000 in lost revenue to avoid a network-wide strike. Competitors clone your top 3 formats within a month of each launch. Your click-through rates decay faster than they used to. The half-life of a working format has gone from 14 months to about 5. Someone on your team leaves and starts a network using your exact process. You do not sue. The process was never the moat. The moat was the data, the cash reserve, and the fact that you can absorb a bad quarter and they cannot. You sleep less. Not from stress exactly, from a low constant awareness that everything you own sits inside somebody else's terms of service, and that document changes without a vote. Level 10, the owner. You are 38. You have not personally written a script in 5 years. Someone offers to buy the network. A media holding group, real money, a number with 8 digits, and a 3-year earnout attached. You spend 4 months in diligence, in rooms with people who ask what happens to the business if the platform changes its policy, and you answer honestly, which is that nobody knows. You take part of it, you keep the software, you keep 4 channels, you sell the rest. The wire clears on a Thursday afternoon and you sit in a parked car for 20 minutes because there is nowhere obvious to go afterward. The channels still upload. Your face is still not on any of them. Somewhere in the world, a stranger is watching a video you built the machine for and has no idea a machine exists. You open your laptop that night out of habit and pull up an old dashboard. Video 1, 42 views, 38 of them, you. It is still there, unlisted, never deleted, and you watch 9 minutes of it, and it is genuinely terrible. Right now, somebody is uploading their first one. 11 subscribers, 3 of them family, a voice that is not theirs, and a thumbnail of a person who does not exist. They will refresh the page in 20 minutes. Almost all of them stop within 90 days. A few will not.